Hi, my name is Portia, and today we're going to talk about superheroes and the Dihybrid cross. Now, there's this old wives' tale that says that a hero with super speed and a hero with super strength that have a kid, their kid will always have super strength. Now we know that's not true. We actually have science that helps us know what powers a hero's kid might have. I need your help with something. I have these two friends, Max Powers and Gap Powers. These superheroes have been bravely defending Gianopolis for many years, and they've decided to have a kid. But before they do, they want to know what superpowers their kid might have. See, Mr. Powers has heat vision and super strength, and Mrs. Powers has a healing factor and super speed. Let's also say that a healing factor is a heterozygous trait. To find out what two powers the kid is going to have, we're going to fill out a dihybrid cross. So, to figure out what we're going to write on the side for Mr. Powers, we're going to use this process called FOIL. FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. First is just the first allele from each trait. So for Mr. Powers, it's going to be a lowercase h and capital S. And we're going to write that over here. His outer is going to be a lowercase h and a lowercase s. His inner alleles are a lowercase h and a capital S. His last alleles are then the lowercase h and lowercase s. Now we are going to use the same FOIL method for Mrs. Powers. Now we get to fill in the chart. Personally, I like to start by looking for any dominant alleles and then placing them all into the chart. Now we are going to add in all the other recessive alleles. And that's the dihybrid cross filled out. Now we can help Mr. and Mrs. Powers figure out the probabilities of the different combinations of powers their kid might have. To do this, we're going to analyze our cross. In this cross, we have a total of 4 different genotypes. First is a heterozygous H trait and a heterozygous S trait. Our second genotype is a homozygous recessive H trait with a heterozygous S trait. Our third genotype is a heterozygous H trait with a homozygous recessive S trait. And our fourth genotype is a homozygous recessive H trait and a homozygous recessive S trait. These 4 genotypes exist in a 4:4:4:4 ratio. This means that there is an equal 25% chance for the kid of Mr. and Mrs. Powers to have either a healing factor and super strength, heat vision and super strength, a healing factor and super speed, or heat vision and super speed. And thank you for joining me today and helping out Mr. and Mrs. Powers.